Hey y'all, welcome back to Babeinlibrary. It's your girl Lisa, and today we are in Edwardsville, Illinois for a book signing. So today we are here to see Jennifer Hartman, Sarah Kate, and Brittany C. Cherry. Now there are about 4 other authors that are here at the signing as well. However, those are the 3 authors that I came to see, and I brought my books with me for signing. So give me a moment, we'll talk to some of the authors, and then I will show you what I brought with me.
Good. Literally just see that apology. Yeah, somebody another second, and I'm bringing. How are you? And I'm bringing one.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So happy.
Yeah, I read one for my 12 as well, and I did a whole video. Let me make sure I come.
Oh my gosh, well, I'm so happy to connect.
I'm doing great. The original, oh my gosh, it's so fun to see it.
One of the really great things about this event is the fact that it was such a smaller, more intimate setting. As you all know, I have been going to bigger signings that have hundreds and hundreds of people. This was maxed at probably 1 to 150. And so for me, it let me have a more intimate setting, a more intimate experience with the author. I got to sit down with them, talk to them, ask questions as they signed books, and take multiple pictures. The staff at Books A Million was extremely nice and well organized, so I appreciated having this more familiar setting where I could just relax and not necessarily worry about whether I was going to get to see everyone. They did have a panel discussion if you got there earlier enough. So that panel discussion was for the first 100 people to be able to sit and listen to the author speak. And as I mentioned, there was more than just Sarah Kate, Brittany Cherry, and Jennifer Hartman. Those were just the authors that I had books for. You also had Alyssa DeGratis, you had Janine O'Reilly, you had Megan Quinn, who is a very popular author, and Katie Ruggles. And so each one of these ladies talked about the books that they brought with them for signing and for purchase, their most recent or popular a book that had just been picked up by Bloom. I will say that this, I believe, may have been hosted by Bloom, and one of the really good things about this is that with the purchase of the ticket, you were able to pick up a tote. So this is known as the Spring Fling. It is very on brand. It is a good, sturdy, quality tote. And you got to choose a book from one author. Now, I lucked up and got Jennifer Hartman's book, and that was June 1st. I'll show that in a moment. But if you picked up her book, you also got an ARC copy of her newest release. So I'll show that and talk about that as well. The first author that I had a chance to sit with, and I figured why not go ahead and just jump into the line that of course is going to be the longest, and that was Sarah Kate. Now I had just seen Sarah Kate at a Polycon, so I wasn't necessarily sure what I wanted to bring, but I figured it was daddy season. I know that this weekend is Mother's Day weekend, so we are celebrating mothers, but truly Sarah Kate loves a good daddy. So I brought Praise with me and Highest Bidder. I will tell you that at this signing, everyone had the new discreet covers and everyone was lusting after these men as I'm standing in line waiting for them to get signed. I absolutely love getting a chance to sit with Sarah. She was very, very nice, talked about all of the signings that she went to and what she had up to come. And it was just a good chance to kind of sit and get to know her. I did see her again at a Polycon. And so this was just back to back. Who can say they get to see Sarah Kate that often? After that, I went over and they had a section for Brittany C. Cherry and Jennifer Hartman. So I was able to bring 3 of Brittany Cherry's books. So I brought the mixtape, and we actually sat down and discussed quite a bit about this one. We talked about her newest book that was coming out that is a sports romance that has 2 Black main characters as love interests, so that would be qualified as a Black romance. And she also made mention of Mixtape being one of her first that was a Black romance, and how she's trying to get back into having her female main characters being Black women. And so we talked a lot about that, and I told her how much I loved our male main characters family, but I despise the female main characters family in this book. So we had a really good chuckle over that. And then one of her more popular series, which is the Element series, which is actually getting a movie released for it. I did not bring The Air He Breathes, which is the book that she had out on display, but I did bring The Silent Waters and The Gravity of Us. Knowing that these 2 are probably some of the most favorites in this, I did bring this one because this was a gifted copy for me. And so I wanted to make sure that I had this signed, as well as The Gravity of Us. And so that's what I was able to get signed by Brittany C. Cherry. I will say we had a very good conversation. She talked about how this was either her make or break year, and she was really down on her luck. And we talked about how this is really her season with the pickup of the Element series, with the pickup for this hit television show. It's really her time to shine. And so I'm hoping that she continues to stick through, because her books are so emotionally charged, but they give you that calm, soothing balm once everything is on the right path. And we talked about a lot how she loves to get a peek into the window. She feels blessed by writing these stories and allowing her characters to draw her in and tell their story through her. So I loved that. And then lastly, I have 3 books for Jennifer Hartman. And I knew I needed to get Still Beating signed. This is the original cover, and now since it's been picked up, they have a lot more illustrated covers. So this one really speaks to the nature of the book. And I absolutely was glad to see that she was willing to sign this one and personalize this one for me. And then from the signing, I picked up June 1st. This one I have not read from. I know that this one is a age gap, kind of like family friend type of ordeal, and I'm very interested to see what this one has in store for me. She talked quite a bit about it, and I've heard really great things. But what was the coup de grace was the fact that we were able to get a signed ARC copy of Catching the Sun. And so that is her new release that I believe is coming out July of this year. It is actually a really pretty cover. I'm going to read what the back says just to give you a little bit of insight. It says, at 7 years old, Ella Sandberry and Max Manning were inseparable until life scattered them in different directions, forcing Ella to abruptly leave town. A decade later, she returns for their senior year of high school, moving across the street from her childhood best friend. But she's not the same girl Max once knew. Now she lives in the shadow of her brother, a notorious felon on death row, convinced of a crime that shook the nation. Reeling from the fallout and shunned from her peers, all Ella wants to do is fade into the background. Max has little room for distractions, juggling responsibilities for a disabled father and a distant twin brother. But Ella returns, reignites something within him. He wants to be close to her again, to understand her, and to turn their friendship into more. But as their relationship blossoms, new tragedy strikes and darkness threatens to tip their delicate balance. In order to find the light, they will have to navigate the shadows, and to catch the sun, they must endure the flames. So be on the lookout for this book that comes out in July. I'm going to tell you that wraps up my experience with Books A Million and with the Spring Fling event. If you all want to do me a favor, leave me a sun emoji and or a flower emoji for Catch the Sun, and let me know which one of these authors that was at this event is your favorite and you're dying to see in your city. And I'll talk to you all next time. Bye.